Hello, little man. How old is he?
4 months.
Oh my god.
He's just a little chunk.
You're going to be very tall. Welcome to Someone's Random Kitchen and my actual next guest temporary home this week. I am Brittany Bass, a full-time passenger seat princess and operations manager of Matt Becker Fishing. For those of you who don't know me yet, I am also Matt Becker's girlfriend. He's a professional bass fisherman with Major League Fishing on the Bass Pro Tour, and we are in the full swing of our second year on this tour. So with this channel and podcast, I get to introduce you guys to some of the best wives, fiancés, and girlfriends, even some mothers, to talk about their lives, their families, their superstitions, because we got them too, so that you can hear from our side about all the back-end goodness that goes into making a tournament season great. So this is episode 7 of Random Kitchens. Okay. Welcome, everyone. We are currently in Alabama because it is REDCREST week. So when this episode actually airs, it'll be the first official day of the REDCREST tournament. So that is our championship tournament, and it is for all of those anglers that finished in the top 40 in points. So it is a huge, huge deal for us. And that brings me to today. Last year was a huge year for this fishing family, so I cannot wait to introduce you to this lime green loving, business running, baby chasing mama to 2 and wife of professional angler Adrian Avina. Welcome to this random kitchen, Cara Avina.
Thank you.
So, and Carson. We have a little mini with us as well. So, like I said, it is a huge deal this week. We're super, super excited. But to set the stage for everyone listening, let's kind of start at the top.
Sure.
Who are you? Where are you from?
Okay, I'm Cara Avina, Adrian's wife, and we're from New Jersey.
Perfect. And how many years have you and Adrian been fishing on a professional circuit?
So he's been fishing a while, but me included, I've been with him for about 4 years. So.
Yeah, you little ham. And do you travel full-time with him?
No, I do not. I pick random events that I want to go to, and that's about it at this point. I used to travel more, but now with the 2 of them, it's just what's convenient.
Yes, too much. So, as you know, and I have said before, I started this podcast really so people could meet us, so we could meet each other if we haven't been able to during the tournaments yet. And while the anglers are the main show, they aren't able to do what they do successfully without the help of the back end, and in this case specifically, a lot of help. So we'll kind of get into what all that means, but I definitely want to break it down. So for this episode, we're going to do non-fishing first and then fishing.
Okay.
So jumping into the non-fishing side.
Yeah.
Let's start with how you guys met. Tell me y'all's love story.
So we actually met on Hinge. Adrian swiped on me because I was holding a picture of a flounder.
Oh!
Mm-hmm. He thought I liked fishing, and I had never really been fishing before. I think
but
like
the pictures.
I think like, I don't know, 3 days before I put that picture up, I like went out with a couple friends. We went on this like big, I don't even know
like
what
a party charter?
Yeah, you know, like where you just buy a ticket and you're like one of 50 people or whatever. And somebody caught a flounder and I was like, oh, cool, I'm gonna hold it. And like I had these like
your fish.
No, and I had these like little like clamps because I was like, I'm not holding that fish. So I had these like little clamps I was holding the fish in. And then like later he was like, I should have known you're holding the fish
with the clamp instead of just holding it.
Yeah.
That's
flounder
awesome.
was weird. How do you hold it? I don't know.
So he swiped on you. Did he ask you or did you ask him out?
He asked me out. Yeah.
Did
so
he say, do you want to go flounder fishing?
No. So our first date was actually at a like a wine bar.
Oh.
And I was like, yeah, sure, let's do
yes,
that.
absolutely.
That's my speed.
Yes, sign me up for that.
Yeah. So that was.
So you hooked him before he found out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He had no idea.
Do you remember who said I love you first?
For sure me.
Yeah?
For sure me. I'm always the one that does all the things.
The initiation. Is he sappy romantic at all?
No, I mean, so like he is like, oh, he's gonna hate me for this, but like he'll cry at a movie, kind of sappy kind of guy, but not like when it comes to like being like not when it comes to his feelings or anything like that. Like he'll tell me how he feels, of course, but like sometimes you gotta not so much, right?
No feelings for the
you gotta pull it out of him sometimes.
I know. I feel like I'll tell Matt that, and he'll be like, well, I said that. And I'm like, no, babe, you said it in your head. You didn't say it out loud. You didn't actually tell me. Do you guys have, like, a song?
Not really. I mean, like, our wedding song, I would say that's probably, like, our song. It's Diamonds and Twine, or Diamonds or Twine.
Yeah.
By Ryan Hurd. That's our...
Like, the ring diamonds are... Aww.
So we, like, we'll put that on or whatever, and that's our, like... song now, but we didn't really have one before that.
I know.
You should have seen us trying to pick out a wedding song. I would be like sending him all. He's like, "What about this? Do you like this? Do you like this?"
Wait, what was his like top? Was it that one?
Well, so like I think I sent him like 15, and I was like, "Okay, listen, I like tiered them. I'm like, I like these, but then if you don't like them, like I like these." And he was like, "This one's cool." And I was like, "All right, cool."
Nice. At least it's decisive. You can give him a couple of them.
Okay, so that's the problem though. Like I'm the most indecisive human that's probably ever lived, and he is so like
matter of fact. That is good though. The yin and yang is good.
It is.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's just staring
I
at
know
you.
he is. It's probably my eyes. I feel like all babies look in my eyes because they're so big. So how many years have you guys been married?
2. December was 2.
What?
So,
Oh wait, I did realize that because y'all were just engaged when we first met, I think.
Yeah, so we got engaged Christmas Eve of 2020.
Okay.
And then we got married 12/12 of 21.
Oh, 1 2 1 2 2 1.
Cute, right?
Yes. And that's so lucky. He can never forget it.
That's why I picked it. So we picked out our venue. You know, we weren't set on December. I had never even thought about getting married in December before we decided on it. Yeah. But like, okay, with everything we have going on, I was like, okay, what's the 1 month that Adrian's free?
Yeah.
And it's not even
December. That's like rigging month.
But we just were like, they showed me the dates, and they were like, okay, this, and I was like, well, no. This one's cute, and he'll never forget it. It's perfect.
I love that.
And then once I picked a December wedding, I like fell in love with the idea of a winter
Did
wedding.
y'all do like fur or anything, or was it?
No, we did a lot of like greenery and stuff like that, but it was just pretty. Like I did like flocked stuff, like whites and greenery in my bouquets, and then like the venue itself was decorated for the holidays, and so like I didn't have to do a lot of decorating because it was cool. It was nice.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Isn't it? So tell me about y'all's little family that you built. So 2 years, 2 babies, 2 dogs.
Yes.
3 dogs.
So I had 3 dogs, and I let one lives at my mom's house.
Okay.
She's just not a
baby dog.
She's not a baby dog.
Yeah.
She was fine, like at this age, baby, fine. Charlotte makes her so anxious.
Yeah, it's probably the little hands.
The movements. She just doesn't, she's all over like Charlotte's all over the place, and Lacey, she's 12, and she was just kind of like,
too old.
I'm not dealing with this. So it makes it easier on me not to have to like stress, like, is Charlotte touching her, going near her, or whatever. So, but funny, she moved in with my mom. My mom sold her house last week and didn't buy a new house yet, so they all moved back in.
Oh no! So now, did she know she was gonna sell it?
Well, so it was kind of a plan. So like in our area and in her price range, like it's very, very hard to come by a house. Yeah. And like around us by the shore, and so I told her, I said, I don't think it's smart to limit yourself to having your sale be contingent.
Right.
You know, so I was like,
you have to do it within a year period.
Yeah.
Right?
So I was just like, just sell it. Well, and the person has to want to like agree to that contingency and stuff. And so I was like, the houses, they go so fast. Yeah. Especially in like the range, like the lower range that she's looking in and stuff. And so I was just like, sell your house and we'll figure it out. Yeah. And so her house, she had it on the market for a weekend, had 11 offers.
Holy cow.
And so it went under contract and was sold in 30 days, and she was like looking actively, but like didn't love anything. And so, I mean, she's still actively definitely looking. Yeah. So hopefully it's just a few months, but
that's fun though.
Her move-in day was the day we left for Alabama, so I'll see her when I get
At least you have a house sitter.
And dog sitter.
babysitter. Yeah, that is great.
But
and then you have Charlotte and Carson. So Charlotte is your oldest.
Yes, she'll be 2 a month from today.
Oh,
a month from today.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I feel like time flies.
It is.
So she's like fully running, walking, talking.
All the things. She doesn't stop talking.
Mouthful of teeth. I don't know baby timelines. So
she's most of her teeth. She doesn't have all her molars yet or anything, but she's most of her teeth. She got teeth late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you said she is like sassier on the personality.
Oh yes. Yeah. If she knows you, she'll never be quiet. If she doesn't have something to say, she starts singing. She's just a chatterbox, but she knows what she wants and she tells you exactly what she wants.
Does she help with him?
Loves him to death. All she wants to do is hold him.
Yeah, he like being held.
And she wants to hold him. She wants to feed him. She wants to do everything.
It's like her living baby doll.
Yeah, if he starts crying, she's like, "Bangy!" Oh no! Shoves it in his mouth.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And then Carson is 4 months old.
4 months old. Yep. He's fun. He's easy. He's a fun baby though. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. Yeah. And then
so personalities between the two, are they both like you? Both like Adrian?
I would say that Charlotte is like Adrian because she's nonstop.
Yeah.
100 on 100.
And he's more go with the flow.
He's go with the flow. I feel like, I don't know. We'll see. His personality hasn't shown
developed.
Yet,
he's just all about the food and eating and sleeping.
Eating and sleeping. That's about it. Yeah.
So when I said you specifically help a lot on the back end, I was thinking about all of their businesses. So not only does this family fish full time, they also have a couple of businesses back home. So like she said, they're from Jersey. So talk to me a little bit about the other businesses that you guys have, or ventures, because they are awesome.
So we have a lot going on. So we have some rental properties, which I manage. I did just hire a property manager to help with some of the maintenance side of it because I was like, I'm not going to these houses and checking stuff out anymore. I got too much to do. But so yeah, we have the rental properties, and then we have, he's got a charter fishing business. So when he's home, he runs charters. We have a captain or two that run charters, saltwater charters.
Yeah, so like big boat, big fishing.
Yes.
Like out in the ocean fishing.
All the things, yeah. And then in the off season, Adrian doesn't have an off season because he's a commercial conch fisherman. So for the charter and the conch fishing, I don't do a lot of like hands-on stuff. It's more so like I run our books and like the accounting and bills and the admin stuff of that. And then we also have a pontoon party boat. That is a summer thing.
That is awesome.
And that's fun. So it's a cycle boat. It's the first one in South Jersey, which is cool. We run a lot of like bachelorette trips and things like that, and I just do all of the books on that stuff too. I don't run the trips or anything, but I help with
all
like
the back end management,
payroll, that kind of stuff. So
it's crazy. So they got a lot going on, plus the entire fishing schedule, which is, I mean, it's wild. So I don't know how you do it. I am definitely extremely proud of you. Plus 2 kids, under 2, and 2 puppies, a whole house to run. Like, it is truly insane. But I really don't think like people know that you guys do all of that unless they know you know you.
Yeah.
So very crazy. But obviously, before Charlotte and Carson, you're able to travel a little bit more. And even with Charlotte, you were able to travel a little bit more. But 2 babies, like we said, it's a lot to travel with. So talk to me a little bit about what y'all's tournament time looks like on a week that you are there, not there. Like, do you guys have a typical routine that y'all do?
I mean, so not really. Like our everyday. Not that it doesn't change when Adrian's not home, but like we pretty much like when he's home, he's not really home a lot. Like he's out fixing this boat, maintenance on here, doing this, doing that. He's always like I said,
running the other businesses.
Right. With Charlotte, like how I said, Charlotte's 100 all the time. He's at 100% all the time. Like he wakes up and he's ready to start going, and he goes until his eyes close. And so like we the kids and I, we handle a lot like just of the everyday.
Y'all have your like streamlined schedule.
Yeah, and like it's great when he's home. Like he'll come in and have lunch with us, or bring us lunch, or stop in and hang out for an hour or whatever here or there. And so it's obviously fantastic to see him. But things just don't really change too much when he's not there, because we do kind of separately manage things.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Reconvene at night.
I like it. Do you guys do anything specific, like you and Adrian, to kind of keep like up with you guys too, or is it just
probably
it's
not
like
as
hard?
much as we should? I mean, we just have so much.
I ask, and like I'm in the same boat. So especially during fishing season, like we should, but we don't.
No, like I said, we should, but we don't. We just chug along day by day.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
So with Carson, and he really isn't old enough, but has Charlotte gotten to the age where she like knows when he is there and isn't there? Like, does she question it or ask? Like,
she asks about him all day long, every day. So we have,
regardless of if he's in town or not.
Yeah. She's a daddy's girl. She loves him endlessly. But so we just tell her he's at work, and for her that means that that he's coming back, and so she doesn't get upset. She's like, oh, work, okay. Yeah. And so like if he's out of town somewhere, I'll say he's at work in and whatever state, and then she'll just be like, oh, Louisiana, like all day long. But so she knows, but I don't think she's
comprehended it yet
fully, which is good, at this point that she doesn't really know, but she definitely knows. Like, she definitely asks about him, all day long and stuff. She'll go to there's a slider that looks at his garage, and she'll just ask to go out there all the time to see him. And so, like, when he's home, we'll go out there and just, throughout the day and just check in on him and see what he's up to and say hi. And then when he's not home, like a sliding door. Okay. A little sliding door that goes out to his
working spaces, the garage.
So
that's good.
So we'll just check in on him throughout the day. Carson has no clue.
Yeah, he probably won't know until a little bit later.
Next year, maybe. We'll see.
Do you guys have a plan for like when they get older? Are they going to go to school in Jersey, or are you planning on?
Yeah, that's the plan. We moved to our township has one of the best districts in the area.
Nice.
And so it was part of the reason why we picked the place that we did.
Yeah.
So that's the plan. And that school is like, she couldn't walk there, but it's close. Very, very, very close.
Like y'all could walk there.
Yeah.
If you guys
Yeah, definitely. That's the plan.
So when you do come to tournaments, do you have any like advice on how to travel with babes?
My only advice, honestly, they're so young that I don't really have like older advice, but like schedules don't mean anything. Yeah, they're on the road, like it's just survive.
Do what you can when you can.
And like just being the most prepared that you can, like knowing like what they need and bringing it.
Yeah.
Like I just learned from these Airbnbs, like they have nothing. Yeah. And just assume that they have nothing.
And we're kind of in like not really busy or populated areas, so it's not like you could just like go DoorDash or like get something.
And sometimes you can, like today I Instacarted some groceries, because I didn't have the truck or whatever. But sometimes that's not an option. Like sometimes you're just like, okay, I need this, and now we have to wait until practice is done, and the kids in the car. And it's too much.
Yeah, that's a lot. So now, are you doing like 2 a year? Is kind of what your plan is for the tournaments?
I'm going to anything that's convenient. So REDCREST, I just had to come, obviously. Yes. So we're making that happen. My sister's flying in to watch the kids. My in-laws are coming also. Oh my gosh. Just to be here, not really for the kids' purposes, but and then whatnot. But like, we'll go to the James River because that's the closest to our house. Not close. It's the closest.
What is that one? 10 hours?
No, it'll only be like 5.
Oh, okay. That's not bad.
It'll only be like 5. And we'll probably do
New York,
St. Lawrence. Yeah, like New York's always an easy, convenient one for us, I should say.
A little bit closer.
And anything that's in the summer is nice because his parents can come because his mom works in a school, so school's out.
I didn't realize that.
Mm-hmm. She can come, and so that helps with the kids and stuff too. So we'll probably do just those 3.
No,
this year, but.
I feel like that's way more than I would ever expect, especially like if you tried to be like, Brittany, you're gonna take 2 kids with you, I'd be like, oh my god, I don't know what that means.
I don't know what
I don't know. I wouldn't even know. I'd come with one of those like cool pianos, but that would be about it. So how do you personally cope with him leaving? Is it kind of the same where you have your like schedule that you do every day, so it is like he's either there at night or not at night, or do
kind
you do?
Of. I mean, so like I plan a lot of things around him being there or not, and so like if I know I have like, okay, well, my to-do list is always a thing, long. Right? And so like I'll be like, okay, Adrian's leaving in 4 days or whatever it is. I know. Yeah, are you hungry? We can get it. So I'll be like, you know, I'll not do anything while he's home, and so that we have our time to do our stuff and whatnot. And then when he's gone, I'm like the most productive human that's ever lived.
I love that. Summertime.
Because like when he's home, like we try to like, we don't do a lot of like date nights. It's just, you know, like we always just have a lot going on. But I know. You hungry?
We can give you a bottle if you want.
Yeah, I might do that.
Okay. Do y'all do something like at your house that you guys like to do together?
We'll pick a show and like binge watch it.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Get all the snacks, popcorn.
Yes.
You know, our favorite snack is apples and peanut butter. And so we'll cut up apples and peanut butter and just kind of we'll literally sit in bed with all these snacks and just like binge watch a show for hours. It'll be like 1 o'clock in the morning. That's our
That
thing.
is awesome. That's nice. I like it. You want to take a second? We can get him a bottle.
Yeah, let me do that.
We have gotten him a bottle. So, okay, overall advice for new moms kind of in this life. So, like fishing life or just life in general. Do you have anything that you've learned with having 2, under 2 especially, but having 2?
I don't know. Nothing like specific to this life, I guess. Like, because I feel like just having babies in general is a transition, right? Like it's a huge life shift. Huge life shift. So like if you're a new mom in the fishing industry, you're gonna figure out what works for you. Yeah. Anyway, when you're figuring out how to do it. Yeah. You know? But just in general, I think it's like something that I struggled with a little bit was like keeping me with being a mom, you know, and so like, and it didn't happen like right away where I felt like me again, but like being quick to find that again, you know, like being quick to find yourself over being like the title of mom. Yeah. And I think that was like something that was really important because I feel like my identity didn't just shift to only mom. Like you still are Cara first and then mom second. Well, sometimes I feel sometimes I feel like it's not first or second, but I just feel like when I first had Charlotte and then because I had Carson so soon after, I felt like for a little bit there I was like only mom. Yeah. And like Cara didn't exist, you know? And so like now I feel like
it's more balanced.
Like just make sure to find yourself again.
Do you think that you did anything specific to help with that? Was it like getting a babysitter or like trusting someone else or like
1000% that? So like with Charlotte, I never had a babysitter. If my parents or you know either my parents or either his parents couldn't be there to help me with anything, like it just didn't happen. I never made time for me. Yeah. You know, like if I got a babysitter, it was because, hey, I have to do X, Y, and Z. It wasn't because I want to go get my nails done
and just
or whatever,
be for a day. Yeah.
And so after I had Carson, I went on Cara.com and I found someone that I really trusted, and just like getting that freedom back a little bit to just be like, oh, I want to go. Like this week, I got my nails done and my eyebrows done. Yeah. What? Like, but just like, I don't know, like just be like having that person that I trust that is consistent. Like she comes 2 days a week at these times, and it's like, I know, like, no matter what I want to do, like,
and it could be probably nothing, but she's just there.
She's there.
That's nice.
And
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, it was literally like
life-changing. You feel like a human again.
Exactly.
No, I think that's good. Were you allowed to like interview those people? This is kind of a tangent, but
yeah. So I so like, you know, you put out an application, like or I guess a job. You put out a job, and then they submit their applications or whatever, and like, so I talked to probably like 10 of them, like through chats or whatever, and then I set up phone calls with some more, with some of them, like some of them that the chats were going well, I set up phone calls with, and then I met 2 or 3 in person. Yeah. 2, and then was like finally decided. And then of course you can do like background checks and stuff like that with them, with Cara.com too. So it was nice. But yeah, I definitely had a whole list of questions. Yeah.
No, I think that's good. I think that's like great advice too, because I do feel like, and even like all of my girlfriends right now are in their first or they're having their second baby, and I do think that they miss that, especially if they don't have family around. Like
the close proximity.
Yeah. They don't have any time. I mean, they are only mom right now, which I mean, I think
that's the phase of life too. Yeah, like, I'm not saying I want to be mom, but it's just like for me, like, because I felt like I was always catering to them, always catering to Adrian, always catering to our businesses, and there was never like a time when I was like, what's my time? Yeah. So
well, and I think ultimately doing that like probably makes you better for them,
all of it,
because you're not like wheeling like I really need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do this. It's like more I've done it,
and I'm happier too. So it's like, because I'm happier for everybody else too. So
I like it. I think that's great advice. So with you and Adrian, do you guys fish together? I mean, like you said, you're not a huge fishing fan. So
wait. It's not that I'm not a fan of fishing. I've never done it before him. So when we first started dating, we did quite a bit fish together, but now
like bass, or was it all
mostly saltwater stuff? I mean, we did some bass fishing together too, but he just doesn't bass fish a lot when he's home. Yeah, and so like,
well, you're in Jersey, so there's probably limited like lakes and ponds availability.
Especially you probably close, like we have to drive. So a lot of what we did was saltwater stuff, and
well, and there's the beach then too, so that's good.
And saltwater fishing you're doing in the summer.
Yes, it's warm.
Suit on a boat, tanning, it's great.
The wind isn't hitting you in the face because it's those big boats with like the center console at least. I know.
It's good stuff. But yeah, if we do fish together, it's typically saltwater stuff.
Yeah. I like it. Yeah. And Charlotte, have y'all taken her fishing?
Yeah, she's so literally from the time she was born, she was on the boat. On the boat? Like, she had, I think by the time she was like 3 months old, she had already been like, well, she was born in April, right? So like,
prime
that's
fishing
when
season.
The boats go back in the water. Like, I think she's been tog fishing. She's been literally anything that we can do that's like not that far off. Yeah. She's been, because it's easy. Yeah, and it's good entertainment. Stuff. She's been flounder fishing. Aww. Yeah, she's done a lot. She loves, like, so we'll go out like the night before a trip and get like bait, like bunker. So she's gone out where he puts a baby pool on the front of the boat and just fills it with these little tiny fish that he uses as bait, and so she'll just like
sit in there playing
in the pool of fish.
That is awesome. Like, I wish I could do that. That is so fun.
She loves it.
Oh my God.
She loves fish. She literally goes out to his shop and comes in every time with like, okay, for one, first he has this freezer out there full of dead fish. Yeah, bunker, like, that he uses for bait. And like, there's been a couple times where she'll come in and she'll have like this frozen fish in her hand, and I'm like looking at him like,
what did you give her?
Why is this fish in my house? She wanted it. Okay, what you say now?
You say you cannot hold a fish, a dead fish that's frozen.
But so now, like, him and I have gotten past that point where she doesn't come in with frozen fish, because then she doesn't want to let go of it. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, well now it's gonna leak. It's disgusting. Get it out of my house.
She'll probably forget it, ended up under the couch.
Like, she's in that phase now. Like, sometimes I'll like give her a bowl of blueberries, and I'm like, 3 days later, I'm like, well, there's that bowl I couldn't find. Like, we don't want to do that with fish.
No, that would be very stinky.
So now she'll come in with like, you know, like lures and stuff. Like,
other things.
Fake fish.
Take the hooks off and give her that.
Loves it. Literally, she puts it in. We have a little like bin that like sometimes I'll fill up with water, and she'll throw like rubber ducks or whatever. Like she'll just water play or whatever, and all the fish always go in the little bin. So
makes sense. They need to breathe. Yeah, they need to swim. So where is y'all's like favorite like vacation spot? Like where do you guys decompress? Because you have so much going on, and like your home is kind of a vacation spot.
It is for a
lot of people. So like where do you go?
So we do go like out in the town sometimes and stuff like that, and do stuff locally because we do like where a lot of people vacation. But we do an annual trip once a year with like the Wheelers and Connells and stuff, and we go out to somewhere each year, and so like that's usually our like
decompress time. No kids.
But then no kids. We go to Disney every January too with his family. Kids go to that, of course. But so that's always a lot of fun too. But we don't really do a lot of like little short trips. We usually just wait for the big annual.
No, that makes sense.
Vacation. That's always a lot of fun.
I bet they do love Disney. You were pregnant with him when y'all went this time, right? No, he's 4 months. He went with us. It was his first time in a pool. Oh, so that was fun. Did he have swimmies?
No, I just held him. Let him kick around.
Yeah, I guess he's too little for swimming.
We didn't do all that.
Again, Brittany, oh my gosh.
Just play. No, we didn't do all that, but he went the year before. It was just Charlotte, but they enjoyed it.
Did she like it better this time? I saw her. Was it Daisy Duck?
Loves Daisy Duck. Loves Minnie Mouse. The two of them. She asks about them probably all the time. Every day. Yeah.
So what is y'all's most memorable moment together? Let's do like as a couple and then as a family.
Okay.
It can be fishing or non-fishing related.
As a couple, it actually is a fishing related thing. So he loves obviously being on the water. And so one of my most memorable times together was I went out one year with him fishing the White Marlin Open, which is the big tournament that he fishes every year.
You went in his crew?
I just went out. Like, I was just a bystander.
I
didn't do a lot.
That's awesome, though.
But it was the reason it was memorable to me is because, like, that's his element, you know? Like, that's his, like, favorite what he loves to do. And so, like, just seeing him, like, hyped up and in that, like happy. He was just so happy to be there. But then on my end, it was super memorable to me because, like, I've never been out fishing that far. Like, you're on the boat, like, 5 hours before you even get to the spot
the area.
At, you know?
You can't see anything.
Right. Like, there's nothing around. But, like, it was cool because, like, on the way out and on the way in, like, you know, we passed so many things. Like I love animals so much. And so, like, for me, it was really cool. Like, I saw, like, a hammerhead shark. I saw these, like, giant rays that were, like,
swimming
massive,
by
like
y'all?
like massive, and like whales and
holy cow,
just so many things that like I would have never
seen,
had the opportunity to see without going there. And so like seeing him in his element and seeing how happy he was, and then me getting like the animal experience of it too, like it was just a really cool.
That is awesome.
It was really fun.
Yeah, that would definitely be memorable. Holy cow. So, and he does that every year?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so last year he unfortunately couldn't because we were planning on it. He was all ready to do it, but we backed out of the event last minute because he got his appendix.
Oh, yeah.
Remember it? In Saginaw.
Burst.
Yeah. He had to have emergency surgery, and it was like the 3 days maybe before the event, or like 4 days or so, like something crazy. And it was like, you know, they had him on like 6 weeks of rest, and he wouldn't have been able to be on the boat, and like so we just backed out of the whole
thing.
Tournament.
I remember you telling me that he was like basically dying because he had to be on the couch. You were like, I don't know how I'm gonna keep him like not moving.
Oh, I did horrible at that too. Yeah, because did I tell you? I think I told you, like maybe a week after his surgery, He was out there hanging.
Back up real quick. He had emergency. So we had bass fishing tournament. We had a bass fishing tournament on Saginaw Bay, and he had a ruptured appendix, or his appendix ruptured at that tournament, and had to be rushed. And an emergency surgery situation had to happen at that hospital.
Yes.
And she flew up there to get him, and then drive him back after surgery, where he it's a down here appendix, so you're in the backseat to his mom. His mom came too with you.
Yeah, because she
had to drive him back to Jersey
I was pregnant, so she was
pregnant. Oh my God, I remember that.
With Carson.
Yes.
So she was like, I'm just gonna come with you. That way, it's not the two of you.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Sorry, you were saying.
So we backed out of that tournament, and then I had to keep him not moving, which is
not happening.
Huge feat for Adrian, but we had just gotten the pole barn finished. I think they finished it in July or something. So this was August. This was early August, and maybe a week later, he's out there he used his forklift to get up on the side of the wall of the pole barn, and he's hanging these shelves, and I was like, okay, I don't think this counts as resting.
this does not count as resting. Oh.
Yeah, so the 6 weeks of resting was not, and then he'll come in he came in later that night I think I overdid it. Maybe. Yep,
maybe you stretched that incision, lifting. I mean, but it is, they don't know how to sit down. These guys, they really don't. I can tell Matt to relax. He'll sit for 30 minutes. I have timed him. That's his max. And then he's like, all right, let me go do something. Yeah. I'm
just chill.
Just sit. Yeah, you are making me a nervous wreck. So just sit. Just chill. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, chill.
So obviously with everything going on, and we kind of touched on this, I can only imagine finding time for yourself is hard. I'm glad you have, but what is something that you found that you really like doing that is just for you now?
Yeah, so I like to pretend I'm creative. I really try.
You are creative. I've seen what you've done.
I feel
especially Charlotte's jacket. That's so cute.
Yeah, you'll see that.
She is creative, by the way.
No, but I just love I have a Cricut, so I'll do little projects or I don't know, just create stuff. I just try.
I like it,
and that's my thing.
Yeah, but I like it.
We'll see.
Yeah,
I feel I'm mediocre at all of it and not good at any of it. I'm just I haven't found my thing
your
yet.
thing. I know. Yeah. I felt like that. I was I need a hobby, so I have a Cricut as well. I got my sewing machine back, so I've been sewing. But then I also got a crochet thing because I was let me just test that out. Yeah, but kind of same. It's hard to be, I think, extremely good at something because we have too much going on. We're always traveling. I can't bring it with me.
Right.
I tried to bring the Cricut.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did last year because I was I'm going for it full Etsy. No. That's not. Right now I'm traveling specifically with a yoga mat and I haven't used it. I love yoga. Can do it back home. And I'm just traveling with the mat just to remind me that I can do it here.
You like yoga.
I know. So I get that. No, but you are very creative. She's very creative.
Thank you.
So for new lady becoming part of actually the fishing side of life, what is your best piece of advice you can give them with this world?
I think
say somebody's just dating one of us.
I think and I don't know if this is for all of the guys, but for me, one of the biggest things with Adrian was you don't realize how intense the tournament week is. And so for me, when we first started dating, I was why isn't this guy talking to me? Why am I
why isn't he?
Yes. Every 3 days he'd be what's up? And I'm well, I don't know, I've been hanging out for the past 2 days.
Yeah, where do you think you're Did you survive today or not?
Yeah, no idea. And so I think just recognizing the communication or lack thereof potentially doesn't mean that they don't like you. It's just that this is a very intense situation,
and they have to focus.
And Adrian, the reason I say I don't know if it's everybody is because he is very a hyper focused kind of person. So when he's doing something, he is all in on that thing. And so like right now he's like rebuilding like this little tin boat he has in the garage, and like
I saw that.
but like he'll his eyes will open and he like will cook us breakfast, and then he's out there and all day long, and he'll come in at dinner and he's on the phone with his buddies like, hey, I did this, what do you think, can I make it better, can I do this, you know, like getting opinions. And then we'll go lay down in bed and he's like researching this or that, like he's just like always on hyper focused on whatever it is he's focused on. And so like for him, when he is at these tournaments, he's just like the rest of the world is off, and bass is on. And so for us it was a big hurdle to get through that communication barrier.
Did you guys do anything specific to help with that? Like, was it like hey, can we at least do one FaceTime, or like, was it?
So yeah, I pretty much told him that every night he had to say goodnight. Yeah. And that was like, and like whether we talked for just saying goodnight, or whether it was like a minute or two conversation, or whether it was 20 minutes, like at least I knew like every day that
you were getting that,
like some form of communication. And so like that's kind of where it started. And then like, now of course we have a million things to talk about, and so like I don't get shut out. But like that was like from early on, that was like something that was a struggle for us, and we just had to figure out like
how it worked in. Mm-hmm. I mean, I agree. When I didn't know anything about bass, so like I was like, so you're on the water all day and you like you can't text. Like I like got it, but I was like, this is different. Like it's just different. Right. No, I think that's good advice. Just the open lines of communication for sure. Mm-hmm. Okay, last question on this little first half, and then we'll take a break. If we had a WAGS, so like wives and girlfriends fishing tournament, which wife or girlfriend do you think would win? Bass.
I don't know. I don't know, because I feel like I don't know anybody like
that would fish
well
hardcore.
Well enough to know that if they fish hardcore or not. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like like I know you. I know a handful of girls, but I don't know. Like to be like out of all 80. Like like I don't know. I could tell you it would not be me. 1,000%, unless someone's there rigging my rods and casting. And then could also tell me I have a fish on. I could reel it in though. I could definitely reel it in.
That always gets on me because my bass is on the line, like a good,
like way good.
Yeah, like
way on.
He doesn't even say you have a fish on. He'll be like, Brittany, your line's swimming to the left.
Oh.
I will. Okay, I'll get it. I'll do it.
I could reel it in.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, so I don't know.
I think it would be interesting to see. Like, I think somebody in the comments of the last video.
Can it be a team?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think be a team event.
It would be better. Yeah. And somebody in the comments was like, the guys should drive and like we just like cast. I was like, I kind of like that too.
Did they bring us to the fish?
Like I think that that would be like.
Could they hint like?
It's this way, not this way.
This is how you read this graph.
Yeah. Like I could definitely like. I feel like I could definitely fish, read the graph, like figure it out. However, the finding the fish, that would be my issue. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Unless like you could just dock fish. Like if we went to like Lanier, I think I could eat it up, but
And he gets to pick the lake.
I know. That is true. Actually, I didn't even think of that. I was just assuming lake body. Okay, we're going to take a quick break, grab a drink, make sure he has all of his drink, and then we'll be back. Okay, we are back. So let's dive a little bit deeper into the actual tournament side. So as you guys saw, there was like a whole lot going on with their regular life. And then there's obviously a whole lot going on the tournament side too. So first things first, again, last year was huge, not only because Carson made his arrival, but also because Adrian got the W at Stage 5, which was Cayuga Lake in New York last year. So obviously huge congratulations, but I know, I mean, it had to be awesome for one, because that was his first like national win, right? Mm-hmm. So that was like huge number one, but huge number two was his whole family basically was able to be there. So that was...
Yeah, it was close enough for us that, well, I was there of course, but that his parents, his best friend Kyle, his friend Reese, like we were all
everyone was there.
Yeah, the dog.
The dog, yes, I would say the new dog, because wasn't he a puppy?
He was. Yeah,
he was a Bernese, so big puppy.
Saint Bernard.
Oh, jeez, Saint Bernard, bigger puppy. He was huge,
and he's even huger now.
Oh my gosh, what is his name again?
Boomer.
That's right.
Charlotte calls him Boom Boom.
Oh, but very huge. So I mean, in our world in general, like a win is astronomical, but then to also have your family and everyone there to celebrate is like the best. Like I could not even imagine. I remember like pulling into the ramp and they call his dad Poppy, and I yelled out, I was like, Poppy, he did it! Like, can you believe it? And
he was probably crying.
He was like honking the horn, yelling out the window. I was like, oh my gosh, that was so awesome.
Poppy.
So, would you say that is his favorite moment of his career so far, or does he have another, like, favorite moment that's happened?
I mean, it's definitely top of the charts for sure. I know, like, when he qualified for the Classic, I think that was a big moment for him, too. Because I think he was, like, we weren't together at that point, so I don't know all the
behind the
details. But I think he wasn't, like, the top in like points, but he was like, they do that like bracket tournament or whatever, and he qualified that way, and I think that was like a big deal.
That's a huge deal.
For him to get in there that way, and so
like a wild card. He did the wild card. Yeah, that's awesome.
So I know that was like really big for him too, but of course the win, you can't top
that. I know. So backing up a little bit, when did he get into fishing? So I know you guys, he started fishing before y'all were dating.
Yeah.
So when did he get into fishing?
So fishing period, his whole life. Bass fishing, college.
Okay.
Around college. So like he's been fishing, like we have pictures of him like Charlotte's age holding fish, saltwater style, you know, but I think in college they started I don't want to say club, but
bass club.
Yeah,
because there's different. Yeah. That's how. Yeah.
And they and so he joined that. Was like they started it while he was there, and he was like, fishing, I'm about it.
Yeah.
He actually went to college for tennis.
What?
Yeah, and so he decided to kind of switch.
Does he still play tennis?
Not as much as he would like, probably.
I would not have guessed that.
Yeah, he has. We haven't, like, when we first started dating, we would still go, we'd play a little bit. We did it a couple times, but now I couldn't, like, probably 3 years ago was the last time he picked up a racket.
Dang. Yeah. So then he got on the team. Did he still play tennis through school?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, because once he started talking about fishing, then we don't talk about nothing else. That's it. We're one track mind on fishing.
He found the passion.
And then, like right around then, he won an event, Lake Champlain, and I feel like it kind of just took off from there. He just was like...
College event?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So he went from college... How did he go... Or, like, what was his path? So he did college fishing to the Opens, then the Elites?
We gotta...
Yeah.
We gotta wait.
We gotta wait. Here. I don't know how to turn this thing on.
She's up. Once she's up, she's up.
Aww. You want me to hold
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what else?
We talked about college and stuff.
So he went from college. He fished for the Elites for a little bit, and then in 2019 came over as well for MLF and has been here ever since.
Yep.
Perfect. Yeah, I wasn't sure how he got his start. Everyone has like a different path, like how they got here, and I think it's so interesting because bass fishing in general has changed so much, and it has always changed so much. Like it always changes. So I always like how they got
details.
Here. Yeah.
Details.
So did he always want to be a professional fisherman after he found fishing? So like in college?
I would say yes. Like he'll tell you he's never had a job a day in his life because he just loves what he does. And so like I feel like once he found that he could do it.
Yeah.
Like that.
Found out it could be
somewhere.
A career.
You know, I think that he never looked back. I don't think he was like he didn't have another like field that he was like, oh, I'd love to be an engineer, or whatever.
Like was he going to school for
business?
Okay.
Yeah. So
which actually that's perfect.
Yeah.
I think people like underestimate what you can do with that degree, especially being in kind of like a totally niche industry.
Right.
They run their own little businesses.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Isn't that right? Their brand is their business.
Big hug.
So what is your all-time favorite part of tournament fishing life?
It's traveling.
Yeah.
Like just seeing different places and stuff.
Yes. Am I not holding you exactly right? Not giving you attentions?
I was like, that might help you.
Yeah. You want
that
this?
Might help.
You want this? Yeah, I agree.
But just getting to see, like, even if it's
not a favorite
place or something, like, it's just nice to just check out different.
Yeah, be somewhere different. It's like a little staycation in the U.S.
Yeah.
Isn't that right? It is.
Favorite place? Honestly, I love St. Lawrence River up there.
Yeah, me too. Do you like Clayton or Messina?
I think, like, Alexandria Bay.
Oh, yeah.
Like, just, I don't know, just that whole area is really cool.
It is. I like it up there. I think that we always go at a nice time too, so like the weather generally cooperates, and it's just so pretty. It is. All right, biggest challenge you guys have faced, and honestly, because you guys have your other businesses, like it can be fishing related or not fishing related, or like in cahoots with
other stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that our biggest challenge is he's got his eggs in a lot of different baskets and just like finding time for all of that.
Yeah.
Like yes, they're all separate, but
there's still only 24 hours in a day.
Right. Like he still needs to be like I can't help him with charters. You know, like we have captains that can run trips, but like people call him to book. You know, like when he's doing stuff for like commercial fishing, it starts in October, but like there's so much prep work for that, and that's August, September. Like there's just so much like you said, there's so much going on, and there's not
enough time. No.
Yeah.
And
that's our biggest challenge.
I feel like a lot of his things are like what you said, he has to be focused on those things, so it's not like he can be like multitasker.
Right.
He has to like devote actual time and energy. So
and it's hard, like like he doesn't like, as far as like how it relates to this side, is like he doesn't have time to pre-fish a lot, or like he devotes his time tournament wise, like he's away these times, and so like when he's not devoted to being away, it's like his mind is elsewhere, and so he's not even focused here at all. And so like that I think is a struggle. Like we like having other things, that way it's not all of our eggs in one basket type of deal, but like
it also could
it hinders it too. Like it's hard.
No,
for sure.
I don't know how you guys do it. I mean, I say that all the time, but I really don't, because it's a lot. I mean, he has like a lot of full-time jobs. Yes, I know. Which is amazing, and I think like you said, having something alternately is really nice, but at the same time it like splits your time. So that's difficult. So I know, and we said this before, like they stay with Mark Daniels Jr., Dustin Connell, and Wheeler for the tournaments. When you come to the tournaments, are you typically staying in the house with the guys, or do y'all kind of get your own place?
No, so like we, I can't talk for this season with the two kids because this is our first event, and we are here for half of it, but last year, like when I was just Charlotte, we definitely stayed with everybody. But part of the reason why I'm not traveling as much this year is because we don't want the expense of having a separate place. And then, you know, it's just, it's hard because like, so if we're going to places even like this was a 15-hour drive for us. So like, I can't bring a separate car. So then I have to rent a car to be able to, if we have a separate house, like it's just like it adds like a whole logistics aspect to it. You know, like me handling the kids by myself is not the end of the world. That happens quite often, but it's just.
But the not having a vehicle and not having your space is different.
Yeah, and like when we stay here with the guys, it's like it's great, but like think about the size house that we need. They all have 4 of them and cameramen and all the stuff. There's a lot of. Okay, I have 2 kids that put a lot of things in their mouth. There's a lot of fishing things. There's a lot of camera equipment. Like it's more stressful for me. To stay here and be here. Like I'm welcome. They have no problem with us all being here. But it's just like it adds a lot of stress. Like for the room that we need with the kids and all the kids stuff, and then
as she gets more curious, touching all the
everything.
things. Yeah.
And yeah, I can't keep her still. Can't keep her in a room. Like it's so much easier. Not coming, unfortunately.
No, I get that
for sure. But yeah, so like I think like when we go to the James, like we're gonna get our own place because I think his parents are gonna come, and so like we'll just stay with his parents or like.
No, that would be good.
And that's kind of why we're gonna go to those ones because it is convenient and someone else can come, and then I can stay at my own place and not have to worry.
Just have a little bit more
freedom.
Yeah, freedom and like security that you're not opening like. You know, a cleaning cabinet or something.
Exactly.
Things that you shouldn't be touching.
A lot of hooks around here.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and I actually didn't even think about the camera equipment. I couldn't imagine because that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
To just, have some little hands just, feeling it.
Stop this, stop that, stop this.
So I know last year they did like challenges for funny outfits or eating something. Are they doing those this year?
I don't think so. I don't think they've started them. Not that I know, at least. Maybe. I haven't seen
anything.
Haven't seen
I know I haven't seen any goofy outfits, so I wasn't sure if they did them or not.
I don't know why, but no, I don't think so.
Have they stayed together since the beginning?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Before MLF too, or did they kind of like start staying together when MLF formed?
I don't know. Because before MLF, I wasn't with
that was
Adrian,
before you
so
too.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I know, it was before me too. That's also why I ask questions, because like I have no idea.
I mean, I know they've been friends for a while. Adrian's been friends with Jacob for
years,
like very, very long time. So.
Yeah. Because did they fish against each other in college?
I think he's been fishing with Jacob, for
the whole time. Yeah. Dang. It's so crazy. Life happens so fast. Like,
I know.
It makes my mind explode a little bit. So I know, like, really, like, I know when the very first time I met you, we were actually at Lake Chickamauga. I don't even know if you remember this, but Michael Neal's tackle shop had everyone over and they did like a cookout, and we were sitting at that like long table, and we weren't even on the Bass Pro Tour, but Matt had qualified because he won Murray to fish that event, and he like just was like across the table, this is Adrian, and then Adrian was like, this is Cara, my fiance, and I was like, hi, but I had like no, I mean I didn't know anyone or anything back then either. I was just like sitting there like, okay, cool,
Just say hi to all the people.
Yeah, I'm like still trying to figure it out. But that, I mean, and now like married, 2 kids, I mean life happens. It happens fast.
Quickly.
All right, so our last guest was actually Marty Robinson's wife, Iris, and she asked, do you wear anything to every tournament or like during tournament season? Like she wears these bass earrings that she has, and she has like bass hey dudes.
Okay.
But her little earrings are really cute. She actually said they got them, all the wives got them up at the St. Lawrence at one of the events when they were all with Bass.
Oh, okay.
Someone had made them for them. So I didn't know, do you have anything that you guys like to wear or like?
So the kids always wear their jerseys, but we save it for like knockout round or championship day, those type of things. And then I have this one green shirt that New Threads made for us. New Threads makes his jerseys, and it says Jersey Boy Fishing on it, because before we like started with his logo and stuff like that, he was just Jersey Boy. And so I bring that and wear that even if we're home to every event, because it's like my superstitious thing.
Yes.
It's just like if I don't wear that, he might not do well.
That's what I was going to ask. Like, are you superstitious? Do you guys have your little things that you do?
Yeah, I mean, like if I'm watching live and he's doing well, then I have to continue watching live. And if I'm watching live and he's not doing well, then I have to turn it off because obviously it's my fault that he's not doing well. Or like if I watched live the first day and he did well, then I have to watch it the second day. But if I watched it the first day and he didn't do well, then I can't watch.
I am so like that, and I don't know why like I do that to myself, but I do.
It's my fault for sure.
And like I'll even do it down to like, well, I started with grape jelly this week, so all of the sandwiches, like if they had good practice days, everybody's getting grape. If they had bad practice days, we switch to strawberry. Like it's just like dumb little things that I like put emphasis on.
Because they also have peanut butter and jellies every day?
Yes.
So does Adrian.
Yes. And like practice days, they generally do 2, but on tournament days, they do 1.
Okay. Yep, he left with 2 sandwiches too.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, so like we'll switch it up like that too. I don't know why I do that, but that's too funny.
I haven't gone like that because he only really likes strawberry jelly.
Yeah,
so.
Matt likes strawberry too, but some days like
you just gotta give him
grape. You just gotta give him grape. You had a bad strawberry day, so let's have a good grape day. I think it's just more for my mind to feel
for sure, it's
comfortable.
Yeah.
Does he have any superstitions? Like, does he do anything, or like have like a favorite pair of socks or anything? No.
He wouldn't even know what's in his bag if I pack it.
You pack it. I know you do. He just shows up and has clothes. Yep. Hopefully, fingers crossed. That's too funny.
He'll call me and be like, "You forgot a belt," and I'm like, "Well, you could pack."
Yeah, you are so good looking in your bag. So obviously, I know you watch live. Are you able to watch it in front of other wives and like other people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I get like pretty anxious about it.
Yeah.
But people being there doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like the only time I really, like, Kristen and I are able to watch live together because we, like, watch it similarly, meaning, like, we really like to watch it, but we also understand, like, the whole turn it on, turn it off, need a break, that kind of thing. But I feel like,
I know.
I feel like watching it around people sometimes is hard, especially if they are talking when, like, your guy is on or something. I'm like, okay, I can't. Like, I just gotta... Or, like, Matt's dad will be like, why isn't he catching him? I'm like, I don't know, George. I just gotta walk away. Like, I don't know. I wish I knew, but I can't ask him.
I don't know.
So I feel like I get a little anxious like that, but I love to watch live.
Yeah, me too. I have to watch because I feel like if I don't watch, then I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
I have to know what's happening.
Yes. Do you watch other anglers on?
Watch Elsa right now.
Or just...
Yeah. No, I just watch it all day long.
Yeah.
It's just on. I know you want to watch Elsa, baby. Well, we can watch Elsa in a little bit.
Yes. Oh my gosh. If you could change one thing about tournament life, what would it be? It can be fishing or non-fishing, but within tournament life.
I don't know.
I know.
Katie, that's a hard one.
Katie asked, and I said right now it would be to bring back live on day one.
For sure. 100%. That would be a change. Didn't think about that. Yeah, no, that's necessary.
Yeah, which will happen next year, but it's just kind of like this transition year is a little...
Not fun.
It's just not good.
No. No, I don't know. That's definitely something, but there's not really much that, it's changed so much, it's hard to say.
That's true. I know, I was like, that was the only thing I could think of, because I really like this life. Like, it's definitely not for everyone, but, like, it is crazy fun. Yes!
Definitely,
in general.
it keeps life interesting.
Yeah, I know, like, I always think back, like, what would it be like not doing this? I'm like, I couldn't even imagine it. Like, this is just...
It's funny because, like, I say that and, like, tell Adrian, I'm like, you keep life interesting. And he always takes it negatively. And I'm like, no. It's really not. Like, it's just, it's interesting. Like, you can't explain it. Like,
and I don't think people understand either unless they're, like, in it.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot.
It definitely is.
So, from your perspective, or actually, knowing what you know now, what are some things you wish you knew, like, before you started this whole... Let me be Adriana Vina's wife.
I think like the only thing that I would change, like not change, but just like
have known,
yeah, would just be like how time consuming it is.
Yeah.
You kind of right in the way here. Yeah, like just in general, like just like I said with the communication, but also like just being on the road and just not. Being home and like now we have the kids and I'm home and not on the road, like just the just that okay. In general. Sorry, eating your hair.
Yeah. Oh, he was eating? Oh, sorry. I thought he was just holding it. No, that makes sense. It is. It's very time consuming. I was like going through it on another podcast, and it is, if they do 15 tournaments, it's like a minimum of 150 days. Gone, right? Away from your house, and that's just like not pre-practice, nothing. That's just travel.
Yeah,
and I was like that. I mean, that's huge. It's like half a year,
right? Yeah, it's definitely a lot, and like just like I didn't realize that, of course, before.
Yeah, they don't tell you that in the Hinge profile. I was Bumble, so I definitely get it.
By the way, we'll be gone half the year.
Yeah, we'll be gone all the time. So what do you think makes a successful angler?
In general?
Yeah.
I think just putting in time.
Yeah.
Like being able to read situations, like and being able to change too. Like there's so many times where Adrian goes into a tournament and he's like, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z. And like sometimes you can't.
Yeah.
A lot of times
it's gotta be more fluid.
Yeah, and you have to be able to like, okay, well it was rainy today, or it's now 60 or whatever, and like you knowing that like the fish change and like where you need to adjust and like making those adjustments, because I feel like if you can't make adjustments, then you can't be successful.
Yeah, I like that. I think it's a different perspective, but I totally agree. So what are you most proud that you guys have accomplished together so far in this life?
Probably just the kids.
Yeah. I know, this is a huge, 1, miracle, and 2, just insane accomplishment. Can you believe 2 years ago you didn't have anybody?
No, neither of them.
My dad always said like you have joys in life, and then when you have kids, your joys change, but like they're 10 times better. It's like how he always pictured it. Would you agree with that? Do you think they've like completely changed your life? But
absolutely.
In a totally good way.
Yeah, I mean, like as hard as it is sometimes and whatnot, it's like literally just seeing him smile, and I'm like, oh, it's all worth it.
Yeah. It's crazy. Like, you made these.
Yep.
Yes, she did. I know. Can you believe that? I can't. Like, it blows my mind, like, how awesome our bodies are. But, okay. We are going to wrap up with some quick hits real quick. So, what is your biggest bass, and where did you catch it? Do you know what your biggest bass is?
No idea.
What's your biggest fish? Or, I guess, proudest fish? Because we could do
tuna.
Ah.
It's like a 40-pound tuna.
Dang.
I reeled in all by myself.
Did you?
Yeah.
Were you strapped in?
No.
Oh my god.
No. So that,
dang, girl.
Honey, what are you doing? That definitely, because I had never really caught a
no,
fish
that's
big
insane.
Before. And they're hard.
Yeah, they pull like the dickens.
So, excuse me.
No, that's good. So it was offshore, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. What is y'all's go-to show or movie? Is it Elsa right now? Is what it is?
Yeah.
She's like, be quiet so we can watch it.
Let's go watch Elsa.
Yes.
Let's go watch Elsa.
Yes.
Well, yeah, home during the day, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Oh.
Is her favorite thing in the world. But Adrian and I love, so we always pick a show and then we binge it and watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
So right now we're watching Will Trent. On YouTube TV. It's also on Hulu, but we watch it on YouTube TV. And I got him to watch The Bachelor with me.
Ooh, did he like it and get sucked in?
Yeah. So now we have like a couple episodes left. So.
I love that. I know, my dad always says he doesn't like it, and then he'll be like, did they get the rose? I'm like, you're invested.
Yeah.
Mom
like,
got
which
him.
one do you like? And I'm like, well, my favorite is asking.
Matt absolutely would not pay attention, but it's okay. Can you back a boat?
So with his Tundra, I had enough practice that I could do it. But with this new truck, I've never done it.
Is it bigger?
Well, I think I have anxiety, and so like like I need to practice a lot.
Yeah.
And then once I get the hang of it, I still can't do it in front of people.
Yes.
But like
you can do it.
Like if you asked me to do it right now, I wouldn't feel comfortable because I haven't done it enough. No,
that makes sense. I mean, it took me like a year, and I feel like it's still, depending on the situation. I was telling her actually, like, now I drive it so often that I went to back my car, like my regular car, and
you're like, what?
I almost hit the person next to me. I'm not even kidding. I could not get in this space to save my life because it's opposite, and so my brain was like, oh, a regular car, you know? But really, like, I feel like if you don't do it that often, it is very stressful. Yeah. It is so stressful. And then everyone watching and trying to give advice, you're like, oh my god, please let me just like be in my own head.
Like if you put me at like a remote ramp by myself, like, it would be I could do it, but I can't do it like if people are there. Yeah. Or like I know, watch Minnie, I know. Or like, Adrian, he tries to help me, but like because he could do it so well, he's like, why aren't you doing it? I'm like, I just never meant to like do it my way.
Yeah. Well, and I think about it differently than Matt thinks about it too. So like it's just like a total. You gotta have your own head.
You want strawberries?
Oh.
How about blueberries?
And then the last one, if y'all played Uno together, you and Adrian in a group, and you had to draw a 4 card, would you play it on Adrian, or would you wait until you got a reverse and play it on somebody else?
Oh, I would totally play it on Adrian.
Yeah?
Yeah, we're so competitive that, like...
Do y'all play board games or, like, card games?
Sometimes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We did a lot when we were dating, but we haven't really, now. Sometimes we'll play, like, Jenga with the guys, but... Yeah. That was more when Kurt traveled with us because he liked to play games.
Play games.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we don't play a lot, but I would totally, like, he's so competitive that he would never, like, not do something for me, so, like, nope. All right, so
I'll do one more thing before you leave, and I'm taking this from another podcast. What is a question you have for our next guest without knowing who that is?
Without knowing who it is. Okay. So my question would be, what's your favorite color?
Yeah, I like it. What's yours?
My favorite color is blue.
Ooh, okay.
And Charlotte's favorite color is pink. And Carson hasn't gotten one
Hasn't
yet.
gotten one? Is Adrian's lime green? Is Adrian's lime green? Is that how his boat?
I don't know if it's his favorite color. I think it is now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if
he's all
he
green
didn't
now.
pick it because... He didn't pick lime green because it was his favorite color.
Yeah.
I think he picked it because of a previous sponsorship that he had. But now, I mean, it's a Vena green, so that is what it is.
Yeah.
It's his favorite color, whether he wants it to be or not.
So if people want to follow you, Adrian, or any of your businesses, where can they look?
Instagram is the best.
For all of it?
The best spot, yep. Cape May Cycle Cruises, Jersey Boy Charters. That's about it.
And Adrian
has
Vena fishing.
Yeah. Pro fishing. Make sure you do the pro in there because he got locked out of his old account.
Oh,
so
no.
Adrian Vena Fishing exists, but he doesn't have access to
So Adrian Vena Pro Fishing.
Yes.
Okay, so like I said, this is a super special week for us and for Major League Fishing. The top 40 are fishing in a championship tournament, but while all of that is going on, there is a huge fishing expo also happening in Birmingham, Alabama. So you're more than welcome to come out. It started today as well as the tournament. So that'll go through Sunday. And then we also get a ball out of this. So it's called the Thunderbolt Ball. And there aren't many times, obviously, in our adult life where we get to dress to the nines and go, full formal. So it's like super, super exciting that we get to do that. So check out our socials because you'll get to see what we're wearing, which I, at this point, don't know what I'm putting on my body yet. So we will see. But that is our show. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
And you guys know I love the women behind Professional Bass Fishing. I can't wait to share more of their stories and perspectives with you all. If you have any questions you want me to ask or guests you want to see, drop them in the comments. I plan to release one episode a week every Thursday for this tournament season. So make sure to subscribe to follow along. And we will see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, the babies.
Pulling on the Becker for sure.